I'm sure you probably have a ton of old strings sitting around if you're anything like me. And if you want to use them, you kind of have to know what gauge they are. So I'm going to show you a real quick way of how to do that. I'm Dave with Stringing Together, and let's dive in. You need a couple tools. The main thing is decent calipers. Now, you can get these for around $40. I'll put a link to this one in the description. And this is a really handy tool to have for doing any kind of guitar repair, for checking any string height, any measurements you want to check. You kind of need some calipers. So I'll put a link for those. And then you're going to need a way to calibrate your calipers, which is one of these guys, which is a feeler gauge. And these are really cheap. I think I paid like $8 at Canadian Tire for one of these. So I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so normally I do throw away my strings, but these ones are actually in decent shape, so I decided to hang on to them. And if you want to figure out what gauge they are, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is pinch it with your calipers. Okay, so this is saying 15. The only problem with that is, how do you trust your calipers that they're exact? Because once you get down to those really fine measurements, it can be a little bit slightly off. So that's where the feeler gauge comes in. So these are basically just for feeling in between cracks, or quite a variety of uses. I pretty much use these every guitar repair, and they have a little gauge on there. So this is 7/1000 of an inch, or 178 millimeters, and you can use that to calibrate your calipers. So basically, if that says, so it also depends on the amount of pressure that I put on this. So this says 6.5, and this is saying it's 7. So I could recalibrate that a little bit, or I could just figure that it's about 0.5 off, but let's try a few more just to make sure. This one's 11. See, if I push hard on it, it goes to 10.5. If I just let it rest, it's at 11. So you can sort of use that. A 0.5 thousandths of an inch is ridiculously small, so, but it does matter when you're talking about strings. So here's 2 thousandths of an inch. Let's see how accurate it is for that. So that's how you know that your calipers are actually accurate. And then you can take it to your strings and you can figure out what gauge they are. Feels weird doing this with my left hand, but I have to turn it around for the camera. And then you can figure out each string. Okay, so this is a set of 11s. And kind of what inspired this video was that I actually had to calibrate my calipers because I was measuring strings and it was consistently about 3 thousandths of an inch off. So what happens is, you know, any slight variation in this is going to change it. So when I pinch this, it's at 0, but I can set it to 0 at rest, and then any measurement is going to be 3 thousandths of an inch off. So what I had to do is I actually had to pinch it so that it was -3 and then 0 it out. So that's how I calibrate these calipers. So fairly easy to do, and these are fairly inexpensive tools, even though they give you a high level of precision. Maybe they've gone up from $40. I'll have to confirm that by clicking on the link. I think I bought this one about 7 years ago. So it's important for knowing your string gauge if you have any loose strings sitting around, like an E and a B, but it's also important if you're trying to set up a tremolo bridge. Let's say, for me, if I get in a guitar with a tremolo bridge and I need to know the string gauge and the person doesn't know, then it's pretty important to do that. It saves me a ton of time from having to set it up. So give this a thumbs up if you found it helpful. That'll bump it out to people like you, and hit subscribe. I put out content every week, so you can get notified for that. And if you want to dive more into guitar repair in general, I've got a few free things that you can look into. I've got a guitar wiring cheat sheet, which will sort of get you set up with the basics of guitar wiring if you're new to that. And I've got a course called Foolproof Fretwork, which I've been putting up for free. And that'll teach you how to level your frets in a very beginner-friendly way that's hopefully hard to screw up. So I call it Foolproof Fretwork. And you can find those all in the description below, along with a link for one of these and one of these. So enjoy, and that's all for now. I'll see you next week.